Hey, what's up guys? Brad Danger here, and today we're talking about a financial time bomb ticking in garages across America. If you bought a car in the last couple of years, brace yourself, because pandemic-era car markups are coming back to bite hard. I'm talking underwater loans, negative equity nightmares, and sky-high car payments. This is the shocking aftermath of the pandemic car market, and it's putting millions of Americans like you and me in a money pit. So buckle up, because this ride gets really bumpy, starting with the pandemic car price boom. Okay, remember when finding a new car was harder than getting Taylor Swift tickets? Dealerships were ghost towns, supply chains were wrecked, and everyone needed wheels ASAP. With way more buyers than rides, dealers smelled blood in water and cranked prices sky high. Sticker shock got its own sticker shock. I mean, in 2022 alone, the average markup was 11.5% above MSRP. That's over twice the pre-pandemic rate. So your 40K ride suddenly became $44,000 nightmare. And that was just the average. Popular rides like Jeep Wranglers, Ford Broncos, like the Raptor that we bought for like 40K over, and even most Porsche Macans got hit harder, with markups soaring 30, 40, 50% over MSRP. And you guys want an insane example? A Long Island Toyota dealer listed a 4Runner TRD Pro at an unbelievable $135,763. That's an extra $85K on a $50,000 SUV. Porsche, well, they weren't safe either. 911 GT3s, like the one that I tried to buy, was over $100K over sticker. And I still got outbid. I mean, dealers squeezed buyers with shady tactics as well. Forced accessory packages and bogus fees turned MSRP into a hostage negotiation. Buyers had no choice, take it or someone else would. Desperate folks who needed wheels bit the bullet, while dealerships laughed their way to the bank. Absolute madness. Now, fast forward to today, and that pandemic-driven car market frenzy has become a full-blown debt hangover. Those insane prices are now haunting American car buyers, pushing negative equity, owing more than the car's worth to new heights. Here's the honest truth. Nearly 1 in 4 people trading in their car this year are underwater on their loans. That's up from around 1 in 5 just last year, and it's getting worse by the minute. The severity of the debt, it's staggering. On average, underwater owners owe roughly $6,800 more than their car is actually worth. I mean, imagine rolling up to a dealership with a car valued at $20,000, but your outstanding loan is $26,800, and you're immediately in a $6,800 hole that I don't know if you can dig yourself out of. And guys, that is just the average. Shockingly, about a quarter of these upside down borrowers owe over $10,000 beyond the car's current value. It's like watching 10 grand just vanish into thin air. The debt disaster didn't happen overnight. Buyers who got stuck paying inflated pandemic era prices are now trapped by rapidly normalizing used car values. Even worse, dealerships made it easy to extend loans to 6 or 7 years, artificially lowering monthly payments but guaranteeing long loan financial pain. Combine those loan terms with minimal down payments and you've got a brutal financial reality. Depreciation is ruthless, doesn't care about your initial price, and now millions of Americans are left holding that bag. And it doesn't get better, because here's the ugly reality facing American car buyers today. Cars remain incredibly expensive, and borrowing money is no longer cheap. As of this year, the average new car price in America is hovering around the eye-watering mark of $48,000, close to the all-time high and about 20% higher than pre-pandemic levels. I mean, just let that sink in for a sec. Prices jumped 20% in just a few short years, far outpacing the average person's paycheck. Automakers, noticing consumers' willingness to pay inflated prices during the pandemic, permanently raised their MSRPs. A Toyota or Ford that cost around $35,000 new in 2019 can now easily carry a sticker north of $40,000 for the exact same car without any extra dealer markups. Factor in persistent inventory shortages and continued market adjustments for hot models, and it's clear prices haven't retreated much. Now, add exploding interest rates to the mix. The low rate days of 2020 are long gone. To fight inflation, the Fed aggressively hiked rates through 2023 and 24, sending auto loan interest rates soaring. New car loans average around 7%, with used cars averaging 11 to 12%. That's staggering. That means sky-high sticker prices are paired with crushing monthly payments. Currently, the average new car payment stands at about $750 per month, rivaling many mortgage payments. Even worse, roughly 1 in 5 new car buyers are committing to paying over $1,000 per month a level previously unimaginable for anything less than a supercar. So here is the bottom line. Americans overpaid during the pandemic boom, and now they're being slammed with expensive loans. It is a brutal double whammy, leaving many buyers financially trapped. Okay, now let's zoom in on dealerships for a moment. Those wild markups from 2020 to 2022 weren't just one-time annoyances. They triggered lasting damage. Yes, dealers cashed in huge profits during the car shortage. The industry even bragged openly about those fat margins. But their greed created a domino effect of long-term headaches. First, trust took a massive hit. Many customers now distrust dealerships more than ever, even beyond previous skepticisms. Brands like Toyota recognized the reputational damage, with executives publicly urging buyers to refuse markups and simply wait it out. Not every dealership took advantage though. Shout out to the ones who actually played a fair game, but the ones who gouged customers left bitterness that'll linger for years. Then there is the brutal negative equity cycle. Buyers who got trapped paying inflated prices now face rolling in that debt into the future loans of new cars. Edmunds data shows it very clearly. Trading in a car that's underwater can mean financing about $12,000 more than the new car's actual price after factoring in interest. That's an extra $159 per month in payments. It's like taking your girl out at least twice a month for dinner. And yesterday's markup effectively is haunting you in tomorrow's loan. Worst case scenarios are already playing out, with defaults and repossessions spiking sharply. Auto repossessions surged 23% in just the first half of last year, surpassing even pre-pandemic numbers. Families are losing their vehicles, lenders are taking financial hits, and the car market gets flooded with repo cars, driving values even lower. Lastly, there's an affordability crisis hitting middle-class Americans very hard. Car prices soared by roughly 25% since 2020. Wages, they ain't keeping up, and the Cox Automotive's affordability index reached record lows. Dealers who chased quick profits ended up trapping buyers in financial jail, potentially damaging long-term loyalty to the industry itself. So here we are. This year, the chip shortages, they're easing. New car inventory is slowly improving on lots. We're even seeing some cars with discounts again. Hooray! And dealers actually have to compete for sales. Imagine that. But for millions of Americans, the damage is already done. They're waking up from the pandemic price fever dream and finding themselves in financial quicksand. If you're one of those people, like I was, sitting in an underwater loan, well, don't feel ashamed. Most of the people that you're sitting around right now probably are in the same boat. Yeah, you're not alone, and it's not your fault that a perfect storm forced your hand. The key now is to stop the bleeding. Believe it or not, experts advise to actually not immediately trade in your upside down car for another new one unless you absolutely must. Trading it in will likely just roll that negative equity forward, making your next car even more unaffordable. Instead, if possible, hold on to your current vehicle and make payments until you've chipped away that negative equity. It might mean driving that car a couple more years than you had planned, but it could save you from digging the hole any deeper. On the industry side though, we can only hope automakers and dealers learned a lesson. Some brands, looking at you Ford, have said they'd crack down on outrageous dealer markups by penalizing dealers or allocating popular models differently. There's talk of direct-to-consumer sales growing, Tesla style, to avoid dealer price games. Will it happen? Well, we'll see. In the meantime though, buyers need to stay informed and vigilant. If you're shopping for a new car, do the research, know the MSRP, shop multiple dealers, even out of state, and don't fall for the "this deal won't last" fear tactic. The more we all refuse to pay into greedy markups, the less power those markups actually have. So, let me level with you. Cars are my passion. I want everyone to enjoy them responsibly without wrecking their finances. It makes me angry to see hardworking people essentially trapped because they needed a car during this crazy time and got exploited. We can't change the past, but we can spread the word so it doesn't happen again. If there is a silver lining, it is that now, in 2025, people, they're aware. There's YouTube, there's TikTok. There's a couple other places you can go check this stuff out. And we call out dealers on forums and social media for shady practices. We gotta spread the word. Knowledge is power, and the more car buyers know, the more we can avoid these pitfall situations in the future. So what can you do? Well, share this video with anyone you know who's thinking about buying a car, new or used, especially if they're still dealing with pandemic era purchases. Knowledge could save them thousands. Drop a comment down below. Have you or someone you know ended up underwater on a car loan because of those crazy markups like me? Well, how are they handling it? Or what lessons did you learn? Let's get that conversation going. And we might be able to help avoid a huge mistake in future purchases. And if you found this video eye-opening or even a little alarming, smash the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and check out these Ideal vids over here. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. Catch you next week, and promise me one thing: keep living the ideal lifestyle.